Hi everyone, Marche here. Today I wanted to talk to you about transparency and vulnerability. Now I'm sure we've all heard the phrase, don't air your dirty laundry, but I think really what people are referring to when they say that, they're mostly referring to someone maybe stuck in their situation and is just talking negative about that situation and not actually anything really to be learned or grown from their experience. It's more on just the dreaded side of things, or maybe talking negative specifically about someone or something like that. But so it's not what I'm referring to when I say vulnerability and transparency. And so what I'm referring to is, as they say, using your mess as a message. I know that when someone is in the thick of things, and I'm sure you can relate to this, when you're in the thick of things, it's really hard to find yourself in a space where you can think beyond that situation. Sometimes we find ourselves in these cycles of just repetitive negative talk, where all we feel are just those negative emotions that tend to drain and really drag us down, that pain that is difficult to overcome. And so it's helpful when you have someone who's actually been through some stuff, and talking about how they came through. And that's what I'm referring to when I say using your mess and turning it into a message. And so I had previously shared on my unforgiveness a vision that I had received. And so today I wanted to talk to you guys about being a light. And so right around that time where I was in probably the deepest pain I have experienced, where I had some inner struggle going on, some suicidal thoughts dating back to when I was a teenager. So we have triggers, and so you may not be struggling with this, but maybe somebody else is. But this is why I wanted to share it, because our blessings are never meant to be hoarded. And so when we are able to come through a situation, it's never meant just for us. And so what I received was a vision of a lighthouse, and I was standing by that giant lighthouse, and what I was shown were these deep, dark, choppy waters, and bobbing on that water were people of all ages and races. And what I saw was what they all had in common was the sense of desperation and misery. And then I found myself next to them in the water, suffering alongside them. And so I knew instinctively that as long as I was stuck in my own muck, that I was of no use to anyone else. And so I received a message that said that I was called to be a beacon of light in a dark sea of despair. At the time, I really didn't know what a beacon was, but I understood that I needed to find my way out so that I could then turn around and help others find their way out. We each were desperate to come out of our situations, but we were helpless in finding our way, and we were just desperate. And so that really just touched my heart, and it really set in my heart that, you know what? I can come out of this, and I'm determined that once I come out of this, that I'm gonna help other people. And I knew that at some point sharing my story would make a difference. And so this applies to all of us. This is one thing that I've learned, and let me tell you, it's taken me some time to finally just accept and be comfortable with the situation that I don't have to be or live this life that's expected of me. And so it's okay for me to be authentic. It's okay for me to embrace every aspect of myself. And okay, so I may be different, and there's nothing wrong with that. We are each here for a purpose, and our purpose is to spread that light. And so I'm here to tell you today that whatever mess it is that you may find yourself in right now, or the messes that you have overcome in your life, there's a purpose behind it. And look into that and ask yourself, what were the lessons that I learned, the growth that I gained? How can I share my message to help others to know that this is not how it has to be, and to give them the hope and understand that there is more to life, and we do have, our lives have meaning, and each and every one of you are worthy of love, worthy of the best that life has to offer. You don't have to settle. You don't have to settle for living a lie. You don't have to settle for the life that is expected of you, maybe is unfulfilling. Just accept that you're worthy, and that you have something to bring to this world that only you can deliver, and that's just a special gift. And so I'm just here to tell you today, just don't give up. Don't give up on your situation. Know and expect better, and just accept unconditional love, and know that you're not alone. You're not alone ever. And your message is needed. And so I would love for you to consider that there's a purpose here for your message, and just allow yourself to think on that for a few minutes. What can come from your unique life experiences, your unique personality, and your traits? So there's hope for each and every one of us. And life isn't about obligation, it's about joy. It's not about competition. It's about acceptance and unity and coming together to make a better life for each and every one of us. So I will leave you with that thought, and I'm excited to hear from you. So please let me know if you enjoyed this message, and if you'd like for me to continue sharing any of these types of messages that I've received. But thanks again for your time. You guys have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.